Welcome back to the latest updates from Cowboys Nation, where the offseason action is heating up and the team is starting to take shape as we get deeper into OTAs and open practices. Let's dive right into what's been happening, especially around some key players who have been drawing attention and showing their worth on the field. One of the most important developments so far is the confirmation of Tyler Booker as the starting right guard. This is a significant move for Dallas because it signals that the team is ready to commit to him fully without any more games of earning your spot. Booker didn't just get thrown to the Wolves. He worked directly with the first-string offense during the recent practice, which shows the confidence the coaching staff has in him. Rather than holding him back and making him prove himself over weeks or months, they're making sure he builds chemistry right away, allowing the offensive line to gel as early as possible. This is a smart strategy because the offensive line needs cohesion and rhythm, and getting Booker into the mix early prevents any unnecessary delays or setbacks. Shifting gears to the defensive side, Kare Elam has emerged as a notable name during these initial open workouts. The new addition impressed with multiple pass breakups and solid coverage downfield, not allowing any significant completions against him. While some of the short plays that happen around him might raise questions, they're not necessarily red flags, but rather areas for potential growth. What stands out the most is the amount of time Elam has been working with the first team, especially considering the absence of top corners like Trayvon Diggs and Savone Revel during these sessions. This has given Elam a prime opportunity to showcase his skills and prove that the Cowboys made a smart move trading for him. The hope here is that a change of scenery and a fresh defensive scheme will unlock Elam's potential in ways that the previous system with Buffalo might not have allowed. If he can adapt quickly, he could very well secure a starting role when the season kicks off. It's clear the Cowboys are looking for insurance on the outside, whether that comes through Elam, Michael Carter, or an emerging player who can step up and fill the gap as key veterans recover from injuries. Within the secondary, there's also a lot of focus on the nickel cornerback position, which has seen plenty of action during 7-on-7 drills and third-down scenarios. Don Bland and Israel Muamu have been the two primary players getting reps here. Bland, who has experience playing nickel before, has expressed that while he prefers playing outside, he is ready to step in wherever needed. The best-case scenario for the Cowboys would be a strong performance from Diggs, Elam, and Revel on the outside, which would allow Bland to slide inside and maximize the talent on the field. But there's also the possibility, especially early on, that no one immediately takes that outside role firmly, making Bland's versatility even more valuable. Muamu brings a different dimension to this spot. He's been compared to Rico Dowdle, the kind of player who can make key plays when given the chance. He's not guaranteed a starting role, but the door is open for him to make an impact and secure significant playing time if he performs well. Both Bland and Muamu represent important depth options for the Cowboys, especially as they navigate the early part of the season with some key corners still recovering. There's also been some interesting developments involving Wayne Thomas, who has seen time both at safety and at nickel cornerback during practice. This kind of hybrid role could be very useful for Dallas, especially with injuries still affecting the depth chart. Donovan Wilson has not been participating, and Marcellus Ball is still rehabbing from shoulder surgery, so Thomas has the chance to carve out a niche for himself. Last year, he didn't get many chances in coverage, which felt like a missed opportunity given his skill set. Thomas isn't the typical build for a nickel corner, more resembling a safety in size and style, much like Israel Muamu. This suggests the Cowboys might be experimenting with a bigger, more physical nickel package that can better handle run support and bigger receivers. It will be interesting to watch how Thomas develops in this role, as the big nickel concept becomes more prevalent in modern defenses looking to match up against versatile offenses. On the quarterback front, the much-anticipated Joe Milton experience is underway, and reactions have been mixed but mostly positive. Milton, a physically gifted and raw developmental quarterback, has shown flashes of what he can do, especially with his arm strength and mobility. That said, consistency has been a challenge. During recent practices, he threw a couple of interceptions in quick succession, showing the kind of growing pains that come with a player still adapting to the speed and complexity of the NFL. It's important to keep expectations realistic. He was acquired as a late-day 3 pick with the understanding that he's a project who will need time to develop. What's encouraging is his work ethic. Reports from coaches highlight that Milton is often one of the first in the building and one of the last to leave, soaking up the playbook and putting in the extra effort. Dak Prescott has taken on a mentorship role, which can only help accelerate Milton's growth. Watching him in preseason games should be exciting, as it gives fans a glimpse of his potential, along with the inevitable ups and downs of a young quarterback finding his footing. Among the younger players fighting for roster spots, Jalen Carter has once again been making plays during preseason activities. While the path to making the 53-man roster seems extremely difficult for him at this point, there's still a chance he could earn a spot on the practice squad or force the team into tough decisions elsewhere. His persistence and flashes of talent keep him on the radar. Similarly, Brevin Spanford has been impressive, especially noted for his ability to get open downfield and his physical build that resembles a tackle more than a typical tight end. If Spanford can continue to develop beyond just short, safe catches, he could become a valuable weapon in the Cowboys' offense. Finally, the running back group has seen some rotation during these early sessions, with Javonte Williams getting reps with the first team. However, as the head coach Brian Schottenheimer pointed out, it's still very early to make definitive judgments about running backs without pads on. The position is inherently physical, and much of what makes a running back effective is revealed only once the pads come on in training camp. The running back battle is still wide open, and fans should keep their eyes peeled but temper expectations for now, knowing that true evaluations will come closer to the season start. All of these updates provide a glimpse into the evolving roster and strategy of the Dallas Cowboys as they prepare for the new season. The team is clearly focused on building depth, developing young talent, and ensuring that key positions are filled with players who can step up and perform when called upon. With so many moving parts and new faces, it's going to be fascinating to watch how everything comes together once the pads go on and the games start to count. As the Cowboys continue to shape their roster during this offseason, the battle for playing time remains fierce across multiple positions, with young talents vying to prove they belong on the field when the regular season kicks off. One area that's drawn particular attention is the defensive backfield, where injuries and uncertainties have opened doors for lesser-known players to step up and seize their moment. With key starters like Trayvon Diggs and Savone Revel sidelined during these early practices, guys like Kare Elam, Don Bland, Israel Muamu, and Wayne Thomas are gaining invaluable reps and opportunities to demonstrate their capabilities. The coaching staff's decision to give these players meaningful snaps shows a clear intent to develop depth and identify players who can contribute beyond just special teams. Kare Elam's role, in particular, is intriguing because the Cowboys traded for him to provide solid insurance in the cornerback group. His performance during OTAs and open practices has been promising, with multiple pass breakups and an ability to limit big plays, which is essential in today's pass-heavy NFL. The hope is that a fresh start and a scheme better suited to his skill set will allow Elam to flourish. Should he continue on this trajectory, he could easily be in the mix for a starting role once veterans return to full health. This would be a huge boost for Dallas, as consistency in the secondary has been an ongoing challenge. Don Bland and Israel Muamu are carving out niches for themselves as versatile defensive backs who can operate effectively in nickel corner roles. Bland, with previous experience at nickel, offers a reliable option who understands the nuances of that position, though he has expressed a preference for playing on the outside. The best-case scenario for the Cowboys would involve a healthy rotation where Diggs, Elam, and Revel dominate the outside corner spots, allowing Bland to focus inside. However, the reality early in the season might require Bland to shoulder more responsibility, especially if injuries linger. Israel Muamu's trajectory is worth watching closely, as his playmaking ability has drawn comparisons to Rico Dowdle, a player known for stepping up in crucial moments. While not guaranteed a starting role, Muamu's flashes on the field hint at a potential breakout if he can maintain consistency. The emergence of Wayne Thomas as a safety-nickel hybrid also adds an intriguing dynamic to the Cowboys' defensive schemes. With injuries impacting depth at safety, Thomas's ability to fill multiple roles is invaluable. His size and skill set don't fit the mold of a typical nickel corner, but that could work to Dallas's advantage, particularly in big nickel packages where physicality and run support are paramount. Coaches seem interested in exploring this versatility, which could make Thomas a key contributor in various defensive alignments. On the offensive side, Joe Milton's progression as the backup quarterback continues to be a focal point. His raw physical talent is undeniable, boasting an arm capable of making every throw and athleticism that keeps defenses honest. Yet, as expected with a developmental quarterback, his play has been marked by inconsistency and the typical rookie mistakes, including interceptions during recent practices. These growing pains are part of the process, and it's encouraging that the coaching staff recognizes Milton's potential and is committed to his development. Dak Prescott's role as a mentor will be crucial here, helping Milton navigate the complexities of the playbook and the pace of NFL gameplay. The preseason games will be a valuable proving ground for Milton, offering fans a glimpse of both his upside and areas where he needs improvement. This experience will also provide the coaching staff with vital information about how to best utilize him moving forward. The competition among younger players striving to make the roster adds another layer of intrigue to the Cowboys' offseason narrative. Jalen Crariper, despite the steep odds, continues to make plays and push for a spot, whether on the active roster or practice squad. His ability to contribute on special teams keeps him in the conversation, and strong performances could force difficult decisions for the team elsewhere. Brevin Spanford's progress is equally noteworthy, standing out with his physical build and ability to get open downfield. Spanford offers a different kind of tight end option that could be valuable in the Cowboys' offensive schemes. If he can expand his skill set beyond short receptions, he may become a key target and mismatch nightmare for opposing defenses. The running back situation remains fluid, with Javonte Williams receiving first-team reps, but a clear emphasis on rotation across the group. Coach Brian Schottenheimer's reminder that it's still early in the offseason and that running back evaluations will be more meaningful once pads come on serves as a realistic checkpoint for fans. Running back is a position that demands physicality, and much of what makes a player effective can only be assessed in full contact situations. With that in mind, the backfield battle remains wide open, and players will have to wait until training camp and preseason games to truly stake their claim. Overall, these early practices and OTAs provide valuable insights into the Cowboys' evolving roster and strategic approach. The focus on integrating new pieces like Tyler Booker and Kare Elam, developing young talents in key positions, and maintaining depth across the board reflects a team preparing for both immediate challenges and long-term success. Ferguson, who emerged as a promising talent last season, was expected to take on a bigger role in the Cowboys' offense this year. His combination of physicality, reliable hands, and route running had made him a favorite target of quarterback Dak Prescott in critical situations. However, it seems that recent performances and perhaps behind-the-scenes disagreements may have led to a breaking point. Insiders suggest that Schottenheimer, known for his demanding approach and no-nonsense leadership style, has grown frustrated with Ferguson's inconsistency and perceived lack of focus during practice sessions. Tensions reportedly escalated after a recent team meeting, where Schottenheimer voiced his dissatisfaction, culminating in the alleged declaration that he no longer wants Ferguson on the team. If the rumors prove true, the potential departure of Ferguson could have ripple effects across the Cowboys' offensive unit. His chemistry with Prescott and effectiveness in short-yardage situations were key components of last season's game plan. Replacing a tight end mid-season, especially one with Ferguson's skill set, poses a significant challenge for a team with playoff ambitions. Fans and analysts are now watching closely to see how head coach Mike McCarthy responds to the situation. With the Cowboys aiming for a deep postseason run, internal conflict is the last thing they need. Whether this is a momentary clash or the beginning of a major shakeup remains to be seen, but one thing is certain. All eyes are now on Dallas, and the pressure is mounting. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Dallas Cowboys, please subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. We always look forward to your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.